Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl again, Monica, and I'm back with another amazing video. And before we go into the video, if you're new here, welcome so much. If you've not subscribed, consider subscribing, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So in today's video guys, I'm going to talk about things about Australia, and specifically I'm going to talk about the issue around hosting people while you're moving from your country to Australia, or actually abroad, where it's not your country of residence. When you're moving somewhere else, you're always thinking about, where am I going to live? And so many people have this tendency of looking for a host. And so let's think, what is a host? So for me, what I think and what I see so many people calling a host is going somewhere and then getting someone who can accommodate you in their house. You could be either paying or not paying for rent. You could either be paying for bills or not. But then today I want us to consider or to talk about the host, whereby the host doesn't charge you anything. They host you and they cater for everything else. Now, first thing I want us to, before I talk about the hosting, I want to introduce to you this jewelry company called Ana Luisa. I don't know if you can see my jewelries. It is really, really amazing. It is really, really amazing, if you can see. And then, so they've sent me these shipments for the second time. They sent me another time, and I actually reviewed it on my YouTube channel, and I think you guys saw that. And today again, few days later, they sent me another package of different kinds of jewelries. Now if you can see, this is one of them, which is very cute, and the one I'm wearing is also from them. If you like these jewelries, especially for these Christmas holidays, I would urge you to go down in the description box. I'm going to put my link, a link that is you can shop. They have a 30% discount this December holiday. So if you are interested, you will love them. They are water resistant, they are long lasting, they are durable, and they are hypoallergic. That means you will not have any issues with allergies. Now let's jump into our video. If you're considering moving from your country to, let's say now, let's deal with Australia for once, and you don't know where to stay, and maybe you're looking around for people to host you, I want you to think about certain things that have changed, especially now that the living standards have gone high. I don't know if you know, the cost of living has gone so high, and therefore sometimes it becomes hard for someone to actually accommodate you. And this is from actually experience. I can tell you for free that some people refuse to host you because the cost of living is high. Because if you move to their house, that's an addition cost in paying the electricity, the water bill, the gas bill, using the amenities in the house, using the toiletries, using the food. That's an additional cost to your host. And therefore sometimes not everyone is able to add or to host someone else and add on to their cost of already the cost of living is high, and not everyone is in a position to add someone else into their bills, right? And then so something else that I've seen so many people texting me, even me, or on social media, they keep asking me, can you host me? And sometimes I wish I could, but there are so many things that you look around and you consider, and these are the things that may make other people, or even myself, to say no to hosting people. And I would say, one, once you get a family, you get kids, especially children, it is very, very important, and it is, I've come to learn this now that I'm a parent, that putting a stranger, whether it could be a stranger or even adding another family member to your house, and you have children, it can be really risky, because people, you don't know the character of people. You might be you might have grown with these people, but you don't know their characters, you know. And so once you have children, you safeguard your space. And that's why some people you'll ask them to host you and they'll straight away tell you no. Sometimes they'll not even explain to you why they're saying no, right? But I think it's good that we even think out of the box. Don't think that when people say they can't host you, don't always think that these people are bad. They might be having a reason. The other thing is this: sometimes you host people, and then you host someone, and then they become too much. What do I mean? You'll host someone. For example, if I have children in my house, and I have a rule. Everyone has a rule in their house. My house, no alcohol in my house. So I host you, you bring alcohol in my house. We cannot agree. And you find people, if you bring alcohol in my house, I'll straight away tell you to walk out. Just go somewhere else, take your alcohol, and you can't stay in my house, because I have children. I have to safeguard them. They are my role. I have a duty of care towards my children. So anyone that is around my children that I feel is not safe, I have the responsibility to tell them to go away. And so people shy away from hosting people because of such reasons. And the other thing is this: you might also host someone and they really disrespect you. The same thing I've said. We have rules in our house. Everyone has a rule in their house. You have your own, I have my own. There are things I feel, this is my house, right? There are things I feel these are right to happen in my house. And because we are raised differently, someone might bring their rules as well in your house. For example, in my house, I have little children. We rarely watch TV. Why? Because we want to engage our children, because the more they watch the television, the more they're on screen. They cannot, the scientists have discovered that it slows their brain development. And do you think I want my child brain to be lowered? No, I want my child to develop as a normal child. So I have to engage my children. We have to play games. We have to be doing something, but not watching TV. And sometimes you'll find that even in my house, we can go even as more than a week without even watching the TV. And not because we don't like watching the TV. I love watching movies. I love watching Netflix. But guess what? At this point, I have children to take care of. I have children that I want to grow like normal kids. I don't want my children to be glued on the TV. And if you have kids, I don't know if you've noticed, sometimes when you put TV on, the cartoon on, and your child is watching the cartoon, try and call them. They don't even hear you. They are really, really concentrating on the cartoon. So I don't want that to happen to my child. Sometimes before we realize that TV is really not good for the children, we used to put this Cocomelon and stuff. And that doesn't mean that my child doesn't watch Cocomelon. She watches Cocomelon once in a while, probably once in a week. When maybe I'm doing her hair and she cannot cooperate, that time maybe I'll put cartoon because it is convenient for both of us. But any other time, my child is running up and down and I have to run with her. Now, if I host you in my house and you love maybe watching TV, you see, you will not like me. You will say I'm a bad person because I don't allow you to watch TV. But you just forget that this is my house and these are my rules. And sometimes you're even hosting someone and they are not even paying the bills. They're paying nothing. They are eating your food. And don't get me wrong. I'm just saying this from a good place. And I know there are so many people that are experiencing what I'm saying. It's just that they cannot voice it out. But for me, I want to voice it out for everyone else that might be looking for a host. So what I would say, when you go to someone's house, you're hosted, whether you're paying or not. And to be honest, let's say, for example, you've come to my house is fully furnished, I have hosted you. Let's say now, for example, you're paying for a room, right? Because we know in Western world you can rent a room and everything is mine. I know you would argue, I pay rent, but I'm not allowed to watch the TV. But remember, the house is still mine. So if you want maybe to go out and be comfortable, and maybe you want to bring alcohol, you can move out as well and go get a house that you can do all things that you want. So please, let us respect our hosts. That is why we are getting so many people, they don't have anywhere to live, because the people have always, those of us that are here or those that came before us, they've hosted people and they've been treated wrongly, they've been disrespected. For example, you come to a house, you're a gentleman, and there's a wife in that house, and you start being so you become so disrespectful to the husband. You want to flirt with the wife. You're a lady, you come to a house, you're hosted, you want to flirt with the husband. What is that? Let's just remember that these people, they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you, they're just helping you. So let's just respect our hosts so that we don't even spoil for other people that might need help to be hosted in the future. The other thing I would say is this: because of the cost of living at the moment, and because things are really not okay, because of course we all know, I know everywhere, the whole world after COVID, the cost of living has gone up. And sometimes you look for a host, unless it's your relative, and even relatives might say no to hosting you for reasons that they know. I've given you some of the reasons that I think might be valid for someone to say no to hosting you. But let's say you are considering moving to abroad and maybe you don't have a host. This is what I would say. It's very important that you find, you have some cash. I know it's very hard. If I tell you to look for cash from home, sometimes some might not get anything. But again, remember, you're coming to a country where maybe you don't know anyone. Even if you know someone, they are not happy to help you. What are you going to do? I've seen people sleeping on the streets. I've seen people sleeping in the airport, and they don't have anywhere to go. Sometimes it is good, before you travel, before you book for that flight, just get some few more dollars, Kenyan shillings, whatever currency you have in your country. Get some cash, solid cash, so that at least if things doesn't go the right way, at least you'll have some food, you'll have somewhere to sleep. And remember, sometimes here, to be honest, rent is expensive, accommodation is expensive, but still remember, it's your life, so you have to get something if you can. And if you can't, I don't know how you can survive. Times are hard. The times that we came in Australia, the time I came 5 years ago, people were really happy to accommodate because the cost of living was not that high. Right now, the cost of living is on the rooftop, and people cannot even manage to feed their own families enough. So they cannot even afford to add one more people or two people in their family, right? Yeah, so let me know what you guys think on the comment section, and let me know if you have any experiences of and then before I forget, something else I need to say: if you're hosted, do not overstay. Once you get settled, move out unless your host tells you to stay. And then once you start getting some jobs and good money, start paying rent, start chipping into the food, start chipping in with the bills, because you know what, people will get tired of you. So it's just morals, and it's just common sense, because these people have been helping you. Now you can stand on your feet, and you still don't want to chip in. It's not the right thing to do. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video from the beginning to the end, and I hope you have. And in case you're wondering where my dress is, this beautiful dress, it's African kind of dress, and this one is from Classic Collection. They are on Instagram. I'm going to share a link there if you need some beautiful attires like this one and more. They have more on the Instagram. I'm going to write the Instagram their Instagram handle on my YouTube channel. And before I finish as well, remember to visit Ana Luisa. This is a brand of jewelries that is located in New York. They sell legit and beautiful jewelries, especially this festive season. If you want to give someone, if you want to buy for yourself, you can head on to their website. I'm going to put the link on the description box. Remember to click on the link so that you can purchase your own jewelries. All right guys, thank you so much. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.